Well, good morning everyone and welcome back to another video. So you join me from Mount Magog car park where we'll be climbing the mountain today. Total of 7 kilometers, 3.5 k's to the summit. Probably didn't need to explain that bit. You just halve it, don't you, basically. So yeah, 7k round trip. Never done a trip that far before with a mountain, so not sure how we're going to go. Mainly because my limit for walking has always been around 6.5 k's, so if I'm feeling great at the end of it and we get back to the car, then I might do another mountain. And I'd love to do that today. You know, it's early on in the day, I think it's almost 9 o'clock here, and I left the campsite just after 8. It takes about 40 minutes to get here, so yeah, it must be almost 9 o'clock. Yeah, and also what we're doing is we're taking a much lighter pack today. So my camera gear fits in this little pouch. So it's got my M50 with the 15 to 45mm lens and the 55 to 200mm lens. And then the rest is just, you know, food, supplies and everything. And what we're recording this on isn't my phone, it's my little G7X Mark II. So hopefully the video and audio are alright. I've just altered some of the settings for the picture, so it's less saturated, a bit more crisp on the sharpness, just to help with the 1080p. But yeah, so looking forward to today. The car got a little bit dirty on the way up, but you know, can't do much about that, and I don't mind a little dirty car anyway. So yeah, I'm not even sure where you park here. Hopefully I'm in the right spot because it doesn't really look like a car park. I can see a picnic table over there, picnic table just there, but I can't see like another area. It's all really washed out. I don't think too many people come here, or at least not this time of the year. It's so quiet. But on the way in there are a lot of low-lying clouds. I could not see any of the mountains, so I'm a little bit worried whilst at the top of this if I will see anything. It could just be complete whiteout and I can't see anything like 20-30 meters in front of me. It was like that when I was driving through the track this morning, on the dirt track, on the dirt road. So yeah, not too sure. If we don't end up taking any photos, I do have my tripod with me, but if I find something that I really like on this shoot, then where's my focus gone? It's gone down to the bottom. Where's it focused? It's focusing on my jacket. Anyway. Yeah, if I do find something that I like, I'll get the tripod out. I've got that with me today. Bag weighs hardly anything. It probably weighs, I don't know, 12 kilos. To me, that weighs nothing since I've been doing 24. It's going to be a nice change of pace. Yeah, going in with something a bit lighter, which is a good change. So, anyway, I'm going to stop talking and get my camera bag on and get stuck into this trail. Right, so the hike is going well. Just thought I'd stop and do a little talk. Yeah, I'm about halfway in. I've just had a look on All Trails WA, and yeah, mountain is somewhere over there. No idea where because I can't even see it. But yeah, no photo opportunities yet. Everything just looks the same as everything else I've taken photos of. So hopefully there's a photo opportunity at the top. Now, if I look out that way, I can sort of see it sort of clearing, but well, when I looked at the weather forecast yesterday, it said it's gonna basically be low cloud all day. Hopefully it's gonna be all right at the top there. These little droplets, where are you? There we go. But yeah, I'm just feeling so worn out, so drained, really lacking power, and I keep thinking of like the future and what's going to happen and stuff like that as well. You know, am I going to be alright to do the stuff I want to do in a couple of years' time? Am I going to be able to do it? And the reason why I say that is it's just nerve pain. If I get over this nerve pain, if I can get through it, you know, if I go to doctors, they say it could last forever, it could last a lifetime, it could fade away. I'm not getting any clear things, so I can't plan where I want to. And but we can definitely get something started, like the YouTube. That's why I'm doing this, so I can take it at my own pace and not have to worry too much. Also, the reason why I use like trekking poles here, it's for my sense of balance and to also make it easier on my legs, so I can do more. I think if it wasn't for those trekking poles, I wouldn't be able to do some of the mountains that I have been doing on this trek. Actually, I don't think I'd be able to do any of them. Just using my upper body strength to get me up really helps, and also on the way down, because with my sciatica in the legs, when it gets so bad I cannot balance, so I can easily fall over, and that's when I've got to rely on my trekking poles to help me. Sounds a bit dim, but that's how it is. That's how my life is. Yeah, the side a lot of people don't see. They see the photos, they see what I do, you know, but they don't see this side, and the hardships and the pain, you know. Even on this little trail today, I wanted to give up, and I look down that way where I've come from and I go, if I walk down there, that means I've failed. If I go up this way, it's success, but I can choose when to turn back. If I've actually pushed myself to the limit, I cannot do any further, then I'll go, okay, hand up, I admit defeat, it's time for me to go back while I can. But yeah. Oh, I've said about the pain in the leg, haven't I? Every time I put my foot down, I've done a few takes of this, so I can't remember. So every time I put my foot down, I get a sharp pain coming up. I don't know if it's muscle, I think it's nerve pain, because every time when I'm in my bed at night, I just feel above my knee with my pulse. I think it's to go with the pulse. I just get this little like sharp pain. It's annoying. Anyway, the rain's coming in again, and as you can tell, still no view. I've tried to do the climb. We're about 700 meters from the summit, but it's a much steeper ascent uphill, and yeah, I'm struggling. My legs are hurting, my joints in my knees are hurting. Yeah, this is not nice. I'm really struggling here, so I've got no choice but to call it and head back. Yeah, it'd be stupid to go further. I'm also worried about grip, since I've heard there's rocks as well that I've got to climb up. I'm just resting the camera on my knee as well. That's probably why it's a bit of a weird angle, because my arms are hurting. I can't lift them up that much. Yeah, I'm disappointed with myself. That in this whole trip I've only climbed not 2 mountains. I was wanting to climb 4 or 5. That didn't happen. But I did push myself, and I did go in with a lot of weight in those first 2 mountains. 20, what was it, 24 on the first and 20, yeah, I think 24 on both of them. And then when I done the lookout thing, that was about a 400 meter walk, but that was about 27 kilos. So that probably done a little bit of added to the pain. But yeah, I'm just really struggling here. I think what we're going to do is going to head back to the car, get some food and us, and just drive around the ranges and take some photos that way. I think that's what we're going to do today. I think that'll be best, and we'll still get some nice photos, you know. I think if we went to the top there and it was cloudy, we wouldn't get anything, so at least this way we're going to get something. Oh, but this nerve pain really sucks. I think if it wasn't for that nerve pain, I would be, you know, climbing that in no time, and I'd be climbing up this little trail that I'm doing, slight gradient. I'd have done in like, I don't know, it's taken me about 30-40 minutes to walk 2.something Ks, 2.7 Ks, because we're about 700 meters from the summit. And yeah, I would have normally done that in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but to do it in 40 minutes or so, it's just ridiculous. And I really hope I get to be able to achieve what I want. And I'm using YouTube, I'm using social media, I'm using my photography to get me there as a way of encouragement. If it wasn't for my photography, I wouldn't be doing any of this. I don't think. I would be just sticking to local tracks, just doing local walks, not doing much, and not having a fulfilled life. But this, I'd much rather fail where I am now, sitting down on the cold, wet ground, you know, on this trail, than sitting at home watching something on Netflix or something. So yeah, Oh, sciatica, chronic pain, not nice. I seem to forget why I do this stuff, you know, that it's not just to climb a mountain and get it over and done with and do it just for a challenge. It's the photography side as well. So what I've done is had a bit of a chat with my mum. I had a bit of a phone call with her, you know, catch up with her, and had a bit of a rest. And now I've got a little M50 out with this 55 to 250 lens, not 55 to 200 lens. I keep wanting to say 250. I think it's because it's normally the stock standard kit lens, you know, the 55 to 250 lens. So yeah, getting some nice detailed shots of the mountains as it passes, and yeah, this is nice. Just picking out little details that I like, and yeah, this is better. I'm still getting out there and doing what I love, even if it's with a small, lightweight, mirrorless camera, APS-C, with cheap glass. But it's getting me out there, and it's getting me into the frame of mind of photography and just seeing and capturing the scene around me, and that is what photography is about. It's not always about having the highest quality gear, it's about capturing what's going on around you and telling the story. Anyway, you can probably hear some people in the background that have just passed me, and they're singing like army songs and stuff, so I'm going to keep taking some photos and make my way back to the car slowly. So we're back at the car park, and a big gust of wind has just decided to come through the valley. Yeah, so the climb back, or the walk back, because it wasn't really a climb, was so painful. When I tried to get up, my knees were just in absolute agony. While I'm sitting down at this park bench, my knees are just tingling and really sore, and she said it's probably most likely down to the weather conditions. You know, the cold, the wet, the damp really affect sore joints, so that's probably what it is. But yeah, certainly not fun, but I'm glad I turned around, because I think if I pushed on, I might have not made it back, and I might have had to call for a rescue service. It would have been that bad. So yeah, I think admitting defeat was a good call, though it was hard. It was really hard to say I can't do any more, but it allowed me to get my little M50 out and get some photos around me, and I'm really glad with what I was able to get. So the clouds started to clear a little bit, and I was able to focus on some of the mountain tops, focus on some of the details of the landscape. Now, the landscape around here is basically very green. There's a lot of growth of, you know, plants and trees and that, and then you've just got the curvatures of the mountains, and then you've got just small sections of peaks where you've actually got the rock cliff, the cliff faces, and the massive rocks. So yeah, it's not like New Zealand, and you don't have really snow on these peaks. It's more of a subdued scene, and you focus more on the finer details of the landscape, the curves, the way the differences in the density of the trees are in the valleys where the water sources are the highest. But yeah, it was a great bit of enjoyment using this camera. Image quality might be average, you know, it's not bad, but it's not good. But what it does allow you to do is just get out there and shoot and take as many photos as you want. Yeah, it was so much fun using this little guy, and I think I might have to change battery, because I can see the battery icon on this camera flashing at me to change. So I'm going to grab another battery and I'll be right back. Right, so I've changed the battery. It's such a small little battery, and I found out it's actually a larger capacity battery here than what's in the M50, which I find really odd, because this lasts a lot longer, bigger sensor, more features. Yeah, I can't understand it, how the G7X uses more battery and lasts less. Yeah, but anyway, what we're going to do now is just relax here for a little bit, just recharge our body. Have our little zesty lemon drink, and then we're going to head over that way and head back to more of the start of the drive-through of this trail. And there's a nice little lookout which overlooks the mountains, and what we're going to do up there is a nice pano, I think. Right, so now at the Western Lookout. I couldn't remember the name of it, so yeah, but boy, the last kilometre of that dirt track to get here was really corrugated. It was, I tried slowing down to 30 and it was just my so what I had to do was go faster, and it felt smoother in the car. Yeah, I was going up to about 60. Yeah, it was really rough. Traction control off because it was just playing havoc. And I've drawn a little character on my car as well. He's a crafty little boy, that one. He was originally going to smile, but then he went a bit crazy. Yeah, so the last time I was here though, the trees weren't as big, so you could easily look out. Now you'll see there's a load of little trees that are in the way. That's a bit annoying. Maybe what we might have to do is get on the back of the car. I don't know if we can set the tripod up back there. I don't know if it will make much of a difference. We might have to do a handheld pano, but I've done those in the past. They're not too bad. And get one from here, but the view looks great. Let me show you. How nice is that view, right? So yeah, gonna try and get a shot of that. I think we're gonna have to get on the back of the car here, reverse the car a little bit further up to this sign, and get a shot out here, because I'm not gonna get the shot I want standing from down here. Cause tailgate now, and yeah, this is more like it, more of a view.